I'm helping my elderly dad manage his rental properties, which he filed as a sole proprietor. I have a joint bank account with him where all of the rental deposits go into. He files the taxes on the rental income. Would that affect my taxes, or am I liable for anything associated with those rental properties if I'm the joint owner of that bank account? Jeff?
I kind of look at this as, I probably wouldn't have made you a joint owner. I probably made you an authorized signer on the account. Either way, it doesn't affect you tax-wise. All the income is his. You don't own the properties or anything. I guess technically he doesn't even own any of the cash unless his father passes on. And
yeah, usually when you see a joint account, there's a gift of the assets that are in it.
Yeah.
If you're actually a joint account owner and you have use of enjoyment of that asset. So like a parent that says, hey, you know what, I'm going to put my daughter on my account and it's $200,000. They're worried about what happens if they pass away. They just made $100,000 gift to their child. Here, it sounds like you're just using it as a business account. And if anything, I mean, I think the IRS could try to argue if there's substantial assets in the account, but not the rental property itself, because you don't own that. You have no right to those monies. So I would say it's more of a Scribner's error that there wasn't any intent to gift you part of that account. You just put them on, you just got put on as a joint account holder. Probably you might want to check that and see if actually you're just a signer. Brooke the banker is listening and agreeing with you all. Okay, thanks, Brooke. I like Brooke. Brooke the banker. Is that Brooke as in your sister, Patty? Let's see what Patty says. Yes. So Patty's sister is all right. Now here's one thing I do want to correct. This whole sole proprietor thing. Sole proprietor is an active business that goes on your Schedule C. It is not your rental properties, which go on page 1 of your Schedule
E.
See? That's what Jeff's awesome. I'm trying. I was like, that was a softball. I was like, here, 40 years CPA.
As it bounces off my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, that he is the sole owner, but he's not a sole proprietor.
Yeah, that's actually a term of art for an active business, but it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. All right, so that's the answer to that. Would it affect your taxes? No. Are you liable for anything associated with those rental properties? You're not a joint owner of the property, so you should not be liable. If some horrible event occurred on that property and somebody put their ears back and was suing, they might say, hey, because you're a joint owner on that bank account, if you are actually a joint owner, they might try to attribute liability to you. But I think there's going to have to be control of those properties. They're going to show that you're actually involved and that it's not just being on an account. I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, I think your liability is going to be limited to really bad things like embezzlement, writing bad checks, malfeasance, things of that nature.
And I would actually, in any case, this is a rental property, and as a tax attorney, but also as an asset protection attorney, I'm going to say, what's the worst thing that could happen? A horrible event happens on that property and they sue you for $10 million or $20 million or something. You need to have an LLC over that property. Yes. Always put a box around your real estate. There's no way to control that risk. You never have an idea. And you're talking to someone who's had a tree fall on my property, literally on top of the tenant. But luckily it was one of my North Carolina brick houses, and the tree goes whoosh, right on top of her, literally like destroyed the roof, didn't touch the tenant. Nice lady, 88 years old. Would have just squished her, but landed on that. And I've had 3 houses burned down. We have hundreds of houses, but it does happen. And so we've never had a fatality. We've never had a mold claim where they chase after us, but plenty of clients. Yes, they have plenty of clients. We've seen massive lawsuits like deaths of infants and things like that end up being in the tens of millions of dollars. I don't care how much insurance you think you got. It's not going to be enough. Just saying, put an LLC around that thing. Hey guys, if you like this snippet of Tax Tuesday, then I invite you to click the link and actually subscribe to become a Tax Tuesday member. Every other week, we do these live, and you too can ask your questions, and myself and my team will answer your questions on the next Tax Tuesday.